Metal Slug.
I got. We could go through just all bunch of random war scrolls we found, or we could do specific armies. Specific armies would be really good for people who want that, but we could also go for war scrolls and just kind of hit everybody. Rando? I think rando. If you have a burning desire, you just have to see Cruel Boys, Nighthaunt, Nurgle, OBR, Ogre Maw Tribes, Khorne, Ironjaws, Fireslayers, and Gits. They're all in Giga, the Discord. You can peruse those at your leisure. I think it's random war scrolls from that one stream time. Shall we? Have we seen Sylvaneth trees yet? You know what? You know what? Oh, also Seraphon. And also Sylvaneth. Those are also there. Oh, not in this one. If we've seen Sylvaneth trees, it's not in that image that I captured from Giga that somebody else put there. Anyway, get up, stretch your legs a little bit. We got like 30 war scrolls, a grab bag, a piñata, if you will. Oh, and special shout out to, what is it? Queso, right? Queso Gigante. The big bilingual translator for most of the things, half of the things you'll find in Giga. Anyway, BRB, get up, stretch your legs a little bit. Get yourself one hot chip for this commercial break. And we'll look over some war scrolls. Damn. Coalition states BTFO. Anyway. Oh, God, Queso. Queso Gigante. He's here. He is among us. Careful. Careful, he's a hero. The man who speaks 2 languages. Unheard of in most of America. Anyway. Let's go for some war scrolls.
Good job, King.
Meganosh, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate it for 39 months. Happy 4th of edition. Yeah, true. True. Ahem. Shall I say where this was taken? I kind of want to shout out the channel for doing a nice thing, but also supposedly he did a bad thing that GW might not like, so I'm kind of torn. You know what? If you want to figure it out, I think it's pretty obvious, and it's posted a lot. I guess he couldn't get in more trouble, right? If he is, and a bunch of channels have done it anyway. Anyway, it's there you go. Lord of Change. Here we go. 12 move, no fly. Looks like a ward 5 up I see just barely down there. 14-5. 5 up save. Welcome to Ogre Town. Population U. Don't see a fly. No, there is a fly. Fly detected. Just underneath the membership giveaway thing. Fly detected. I was about to say, like, it's a fucking Boyd. It's a Boyd, right? Anyway. 5 up ward, you love to see it. 5 up save, you hate to see it. Oh, spoiler ahead for Techless. For Texas, the god of magic. Word on the street is 5 up save. To the celebration of almost everyone who heard that, because I think everyone hates Lumineth. But for Lumineth players, sorry. Eat shit. Eat shit, elves. Apparently that's how people feel, yeah. Keep your wife. True, yeah. Do attempt to keep thine wife. You're too busy studying Spanish. Liat. How else would you be able to translate these scrolls? A historical linguist, perhaps a cunning one. Anyway, 18-inch rod of sorcery. Jesus, packing. 18-inch rod, 2d6 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1/1. Weird flame. Staff of Tzeentch. It's got some stuff. Oh, anti-wizard for the wizard battles. Sure, yeah. Baleful sword is looking kind of nice though. 4 attacks, 4s and 3s, 2/3. As far as wizard weapons is concerned, this is a big dick wizard weapon. Hey, all right. And finally, some beak attacks. This unit is armed with staff, curved beak, and one of the following. Oh, either the rod or the sword. I see. That's why it was looking kind of nice. You gotta choose. Spoiler ahead, I'm choosing the 18-inch rod. Because I probably don't want this guy to enter combat under any circumstances. In any case. He's gonna be, you know, good luck, I'm behind 600 horrors, you know, and just kind of shooting. Is there an attack profile of a straight beak? Yes, as of just today, yeah. Not last month, but today, yeah. Once per turn army, your movement phase. Summon Demons of Tzeentch. Discard 1 destiny die. Okay, so you get rid of a destiny die that you didn't want before. Then pick a friendly non-hero, non-unique Tzeentch demon unit. Set up half. Only within 9 of this unit, more than 9. Okay, so you... Once per turn, it does cost a resource. You have to discard a destiny die, but it does just work. Spending the D dies, huh? Walmart summon. Locus of Change. -1 from hit rolls, combat attacks, target friendly Tzeentch demon units while they're wholly within 12 of this unit. Big. Suddenly a Stonehorn is missing every single one of its attacks. Like, this is big. You see this a lot. That's why I'm kind of concerned on the... As far as Beast Claw is concerned, I'm a little hesitant on all those 4-up-to-hit companion attacks. That might stop me in my tracks. We'll have to see. Tzeentch's Firestorm. Pick a visible enemy unit with an 18. Ooh, still good range. Roll 9 dice for each 6 D3 mortals. Cool. And it's a Weird Flame spell as well. Has the Weird Flame keyword, so it does the Weird Flame stuff on top of it. Yeah, the RNG cannon. Use them a max of +1 or -1. Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah. After all is said and done, there's a max of +or -1. Anyway, is this guy good? Well, he is a double wizard. He can summon dead units. Big -1 to hit aura. Random ass spell that gives things weird flame, and a rod that gives things weird flame. Depends on what he costs. Depends on what he costs. Gothazar Harvester. Oh, can this thing be good? Gothazar Harvester is usually allowed to be good only in the printed book, and then immediately nerfed and is terrible and is never taken again. This has happened 2 books in a row for OBR. Can we make it a 3rd? You need to make sure you have sources of weird flame, I'm guessing. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, he doesn't change the casting dice. You need Kairos for that. And also, I believe they used to give +1 to cast for like wizards around them and stuff. So, no longer do that. Gothazar Harvester. 10 health, 4-up save, 6-inch move. Impossibly slow for a monster. He better be a buff wagon, otherwise I don't know what you're trying to do with him. Death's Head Mar. 12-inch range, 4 attacks, 4 and 4 is 1/1. Okay. Soul Crusher weapons. That's what happens after the FAQ update usually for this guy. 6 attacks, 4s and 2s, 2/2, crit 2 hits. Nice. And then ossified hooves and tail. 4, 4, 3, 1, 2. Sure, alright. He's got some attacks to him. Chadros Base Weaver stays winning. Gruesome Surge. Once per turn army, any combat phase. So we're not trying to double up. Maybe we are. Pick an enemy infantry unit in combat with this unit be the target, D3. 2 up, inflict an amount of mortal damage equal to the roll. For each model slain by the ability, you can return 1 slain model to friendly Mortek guard holier than 12. Okay. By this ability. For each model slain specifically. Okay, so you want me to play Mortek guard blob right next to Gothazar Harvester, and he's just kind of swinging away, regenerating Mortek guard as long as he's fighting infantry. Just a little bit. Not like a crazy amount, but just a little bit. Passive. Bone Harvest. Each time an enemy model in combat with this unit is slain, give this unit 1 bone tithe point. BTP. This unit can have a max of 6. Okay. Repair Construct. Pick a friendly Ozeric Bone Reaper's unit holier than 12. Turn number of slain models, target with a health combined blah equal to the blah. Then reset. Okay. So if you do any, it flushes. No rollover minutes. It's old blood tithe. And the man has a 6-up ward. So it's doing what the thing is clearly supposed to and designed, I mean, like, lore-wise and visually. It's supposed to be fighting amongst your infantry and live repairing them with a little bone factory that he's harvesting. As it stands, you attack with your Mortek guard first, and then he comes in there, and he brings back 1 or 2 of them, or 0. And then he brings back a few of them after dealing some damage. Alright, I see what he's supposed to do. I wonder if the points will work that out. I wonder if you're taking that many more, if you're doing a Mortek guard style army. You might want one. And I wonder if the FAQ will let him keep his abilities. Just 200? That sounds right, doesn't it? Just 200. He's very slow. And he's not like the most durable creature ever. He doesn't do much against like non-infantry, I guess. But I don't know. We'll see how tight your points are. If you're in a Mortek guard army, you might consider this guy. He doesn't exactly not slap. He can kind of slap. He's like a big foot hero for Mortek, sort of, yeah. It's just kill in combat. Each time an enemy model is in combat with this unit is slain. Oh, not from him. Now, they do have to be in combat with him. And it's an enemy model. So not unit. So the model itself has to be within 3 of him. And your opponent can be taking casualties outside of his 3-inch aura. Right. Or is a model considered in combat with him if it's part of a unit that's considered in combat with him, I guess? How do you think that works? I mean, we'll see. I guess we'll see. Get 3 harvesters in combat, kill 6 models, heal 8. 18. You do get the passive thing, you can double dip. Just like you could double dip before they changed it. 2 Gothazar Harvesters overlapping, it does, they pull the bones in half and you each get to use them. Enemy units suddenly have 2 skeletons inside their body when they're fighting double Gothazars, which is kind of funny. I think it's harmless though. Keep it. It's fine. It's not a problem. Oh, Katakros. Let go. 6-up ward. Technically infantry. Not a monster. Infantry keyword detected. 20 health, 3 up save, 6 up ward. 4-inch move. Ponderous. It's bad to have infantry keyword? Yes, it is. I think it's... Is infantry like a straight negative? Is there like a good reason to be infantry? I wonder. Yes, there is. Actually, because this guy counts as a foot hero, right? And so if you put whoever the fuck next to him, he is absolutely invisible. Guarded hero. Okay, hold up. The world has changed. And all that anti-monster shit won't do anything to him. Katakros guarded hero. Infantry. Alright, my opinion has suddenly changed. What he actually is on another plane of existence. He's simply not here. Always. Into cat. 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, 2, 3. Crit 2 hits. Alright, I'm listening. The Shield Immortus, 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, 2, 2. And then Retinue Blades, 10 attacks, 3s and 4s, 1, 1, crit 2 hits. That would be the... Oh, what's it called? What's your, like, special weapons called? I can't remember. In OBR. Yeah, Nadirite Blades. That's it. Yeah. Nadirite Blades. And battle damage, his good attack goes down to 3 from 5, which that does hurt. Chatterite Blades. Mortark and the Necropolis passive. If this unit uses a Relentless Discipline point, the ability affects friendly OBR units wholly within 18 of this unit instead of wholly within 12. Okay, wholly within 18 of this dude's base is like half of the table. It's big. You love to see it. I mean, he's kind of like an aircraft carrier unit, right? So it's sort of what he should be doing. Eternal Witness thinks it was prime appreciated. Here for big ogre rules, you literally missed it. We just talked about it. Get shit on. But also sorry. It's alright. Yeah, 18 is a lot. Once per turn, a reaction opponent declared a command for a unit with 18 of this unit. Okay. 5 up. Command has no effect, but it still counts. Okay. 5 up is very rare. Won't happen a lot. But in this edition, if you happen to roll the 5 up, it is crippling. And possibly ruinous. Like, I'm going to try to use a very, very important command ability. And if you happen to shut it off, they might lose the game from that. Yeah, countercharge 2 command points wasted. So, yeah. You cannot rely upon this thing working. But if it does, your opponent might actually lose the game from it. So I guess fair enough. And it's also just free, like it just happens. Whenever you want, albeit once per turn. Passive Prime Necrophorosis. Add 3 to your control scores of other friendly OBR while they're wholly within 18 of this unit, which is again like most of your guys. Plus 3 control score, almost everyone is big too. But it's not him, it's other specifically, so not him. That's worse than the new Total Eclipse. Well, the old Total Eclipse was better than the old this, so I guess they're just keeping the pecking order in line. Because before, Total Eclipse was way better than this, and it still is. But before this was good, and it still is, I think. Retinue Blades didn't get a companion. They did not. because they wanted them to have Natterite. And so it just opens the floodgates. Now they get everything. At least I think that's how that is. They wanted them to be affected by, like, your spell or something to improve your Natterite, I guess. Yeah. Supreme Lord of the Bone Reaper Legions. 1, pick up to 3. Holier than 18. To start your next turn, add 1 to save rolls targets while they are holier than 18 to this unit. Okay. You have to pick them, and they have to stay. And it's a command point. And it's your hero phase. But it is the start of your until the start of your next turn. So they kept +1 to save, which is very precious this edition. Mega AOD, as long as they're around him. Very strong. Very strong indeed. He no longer has the giant pulse of, the +1 to hit, +1 attack thing, or anything like that. But those kind of bonuses aren't looking like they're very common here. Is Katakros good? Yes. His auras are huge, and they do a ton of really useful stuff. This one will almost never work, but when it does, your opponent might lose the game, so we calls it even, I guess. Shit's kind of nice. He's incredibly slow, but you just need him to crawl into the middle of the table anyway. He's good. He is good. And +1 to save in OBR army is extra good, because they start out with good saves. And wards. Alright, Katakros. Arcanaut Ironclad. Oh, this is the one with all the shoots. I was interested in this one, because I want to see how they shoot. 20 health, 3 up save. That is an Ironclad. 10 move flying only, but everything's slow now, except for all the stuff that's fast. This unit is armed with Aethershot carbines, above, torpedoes, boarding weapons, and either Sky Cannon, Sky Hook, or Volley. So, one of these 3. We got 24, 2 attacks, 4s and 2s, 2 D3 plus 3. So you have an Iron Blaster. This is just an Iron Blaster. Or a Great Sky Hook, which is the same thing, but it hits better. But it's got a D6 damage, which sucks. But it's got anti-monster for Rend 3. That's a lot of Rend. Or a Great Volley Cannon, which is 18. 12 attacks, whatever. Random. 4s and 3s, 1/1, anti-infantry, +1 Rend. Okay, that's actually kind of alright. I was ready to shit on Great Volley Cannon, but that's a lot of attacks at potentially Rend 2 infantry. And you want to clear out their chaff anyway. I normally don't like random attack weapons. But yeah, you might want to mow people down. Plus you got these carbines too. This is a lot of shooting. Hitting on 4-up blows. Yeah, I mean, you hit on 4-up with almost all of them. And then boarding weapons, if you end up rolling these... impressive. Battle damaged, Aethershot carbines is cut in half. Okay. Heavy bomb racks. Pick an enemy unit that does not have fly, and that this unit passed across. Roll 10 dice for each 4-up and mortal damage, so 5 mortal wounds. With only 10-inch move, it's going to be hard to pass across something. It's going to be really difficult to pass fully across something. You're going to, like, scoot back, maybe, if you start close. I think it's going to be harder to line that kind of thing up. Especially its movement phase, specifically. There are a bunch of ways to give this thing additional move. You think you can get up to +6 for various sources? Well, if you can, then heavy bomb racks becomes a lot better. And also 5 mortal damage is a lot this edition. Passive, you can transport up to 3 KO units that are infantry, with a combined model count of up to 22. Which is at the most numerous, an Arcanaut company doubled to 20, and then 2 heroes. Or 3 units of balloon boys, or just whatever, you know, a bunch of stuff. 2 heroes and reinforced arcs, yeah, or like a bunch of thunderers, or a bunch of balloon boys, or whatever you can do. Deployment phase, great engine works. Yo, they got monster traits. Except it's just on the Warscroll in the deployment phase. You get to choose these after you see what your opponent is doing, which is really good. The fact that you don't have to write this on your army list is great. Every time they do this, I love it. Flagship gaming, yeah. Pick one of the following effects to apply. Add 2 to the unit's move. Welp, alright. 12 sounds good to me. That's already tempting. Add 1 to the total number of units, and 10 to the total number of models this unit can transport. Balloon... Okay, clown car is back. I feel like 22 is fine, though. Right? I don't know. Maybe it is. Or this unit can use Unbind as if it had Wizard. Oh, shit. Okay, Unbinder is really good. Unbinder good. Collapsible compartments, if you have some plan and you're trying to clown car, I don't know if you'll be able to do that very well or not. I bet somebody already has a list for clown car. And +2 move is always great. Nice, you love to see it. Great engine works. These are all very usable, I think. And you have a proper amount of shoots. I like how much shoots you have. I almost like the Great Volley Cannon amongst these options here. Which is maybe wrong, but I just want a whole fuckload of shooting. Is that so wrong? I like it. Hey, good work. I don't know what you cost, but good work. Good work, Arcanaut Ironclad. If you take a Navigator, you take the movement, because then you double up, and it's like 14 or something. Otherwise, you take the Unbind. I think so. Unless someone figures out the perfect combo. Then you take this thing and do some combo, right? Looking good. Oh, Eternus. Blade of the First Prince. Former Stormcast Eternal corrupted by Be'lakor. 9 move, 9 health, 3 up save. Cavalry, no ward detected. Death Glaive and Skull Flail. 6 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1, 2. Oh, on the charge, 6 3s and 3s, 1, 3. Nice. Dracocephalus's Fangs. Sahelanthropus. I don't even know why they print these. Veins of Black Lightning. Hey, alright. Any movement phase. This unit can use this ability if it has been destroyed. 2d6, add 1 to the result of Be'lakor. On an 8, set it up again. More than 9. Okay. So you're supposed to just, like, blast him somewhere, do some shit, get him killed, and then over the course of the rest of the game, you'll probably get him back. Unlike Snickers, he kept the veins. Reaction: opponent declared a command ability for a unit within 12 of this unit. Network of Spies. Roll a dice. Add 1 to the roll if the enemy unit is in combat. With Legionnaires or Furries. Okay. These are the troops of choice for Be'lakor. Legionnaires used to have a command point shut-off thing. I bet now they probably have the 4-up ignorability thing. And then Furies used to be very commonly taken because they're 12-inch flying units that can satisfy BTs. I imagine they still will be. On a 5-up, command has no effect. Alright, that's good. Potentially. very rarely works, almost never works, but when it does, possibly opponent loses the game. Doesn't really do anything. Like, he comes back when he dies, and he has potentially a shut-off thing, but he's not like your dudes fight better, he's not like synergizing with your army. He's just like some shit that just you actually like bundle up like a cartoon and just throw across the table at your opponent, and then he like does some shit and then dies and probably comes back and you do it again. I mean, just looking at the Demon Prince and Be'lakor and stuff like that, I bet you're going to want to take heroes that really do shit, you know? He's okay, but I think the water level for Slaves to Darkness heroes is past he's okay. Anyway, I don't rate him. He looks cool, and he has a cool backstory. But his problem is he is a dark, fallen Stormcast, and so his whole Warscroll kind of reads like a Stormcast Warscroll, so it's bad and doesn't do anything. Anyway, next. Yeah, he does get EOTG now, but so would the hero that you would be taking instead of him, right? I don't know, we'll see. Swamp Kala Shaman with the Potgrot. Big 6-up save. Classic Wizzy. 6-up save, no ward. If someone sneezes in the cubicle next to this guy, he actually dies from it. That being said, he is a wizard 1, and your spells are good. He also looks like Gul'dan, which is sick. And I like his staff. This unit's Potgrot is a token. Add 1 to casting rolls for this unit while its Potgrot's on the bat. Oh shit, casting. Let's go. Casting bonuses are big this edition. Make an unmodified casting roll of 4 or less. Remove Potgrot. So he dies. If you fuck up your spell bad enough, the Potgrot dies. Okay. Sure. Foul Elixirs. Once per turn army, no more spamming. Pick friendly and crewable infantry. On a 3-up, add 1 to save rolls for the target for the rest of the turn. Your turn, specifically. On a 1 to 2, they take damage. No ward. Alright. So he's got all-out defense for your turn only. And he's a wizard with +1 to cast. And he dies to everything. And he looks cool. I don't know. Maybe you take him, maybe you don't. I'm not sure. It depends. We'll see what other wizards you have. You got the main guy. This guy's a better cast bonus than Skragrott or Gobsprak. This guy or Gob. I think you just take this guy then. Yeah, if you want a cheap wizard with a +1 to cast, do it. Does Potgrot really die 2/3 of the time? No, it's much less frequently than that. This is a casting roll on 2d6 for a combined 4 or less. So it doesn't mean on one die, it means on both. The Potgrot is reasonably safe, I say. However, your first cast of the game will be a 3 and the Potgrot will die. But that is his charge. Pyrgeheists. Oh, for Nighthaunt. 8-inch flying move. You like to see it. He's covering this up down here, but I'm pretty sure that flies. And I'm pretty sure it's got a 6-up ward. And I'm pretty sure it's ethereal. Nighthaunt Warcry unit. Is this a Warcry unit? Gout of Balefire. 10, 2, 4, 4, 1, 1, crit. Auto wound, shoot in combat. Flame weapon, 2, 4, 4, 1, crit, auto wound. Light a pyre. End of any turn. If this unit is contesting an objective, pick a visible enemy within 6. On a 2-up, inflict an amount of mortal damage equal to the roll, and add a number equal to the roll to the unit's control score for the rest of the turn. Okay. Why does that dude look like Hellstorm? Why indeed? I wonder where we got these screenshots from. I don't know what unit size these guys are in. Is this a 10-man, a 5-man? Their abilities seem pretty 3-man unit to me. If so, I don't think I like them. You think it's 8? Okay. I don't know. I gotta see everything else. As with all Nighthaunt things, they're all very similar to me. It's a weird mixed unit. Okay. Yeah, just a bunch of 4s and stuff. Oh, Black Coach, please. Please. Please don't be bad. Can this thing be fucking great one time in all of Age of Sigmar? Please. Fly Ward 6. War Machine. 12 health, 10-inch move, flying, 4-up save, ethereal. 5 control. Soul Reach Grasp. 10-inch range, 2, 4, 3, 2, 2. Crit auto wound, shoot in combat. Okay. Everything is auto wound on the whole sheet. 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, 2, 2. 6, 4s and 4s, 1. 8, 5 and 3, 1. So you're kind of fishing for 6s on this stuff. Okay. Runaway Coach. Any charge phase. If this unit charged, pick an enemy unit within 1. 2 up, inflict them on them. Okay, it's got impact hits. Alright. So it is the Black Ogre Coach. Nimbus of Power. If this unit is not in combat, remove it from the battlefield, set up again, more than 9. This isn't a May. Your movement phase. So this dude simply teleports. It's core though. And you don't have to use your ability first, unlike the fight phase. Okay, so you can choose not to do this. Because in my head I'm like, oh yeah, you get outside of 3 and then you have to teleport. Okay, never mind, we're fine. You can just move instead. He doesn't screw himself out of easy charges. It's just you have the option of always teleporting if you want to. Never mind, it's cool. We're cool. Yeah, you simply choose to move. We're good. It's not like you have to do this one first. End of any turn. Evocation of Death. This unit is destroyed. If this unit destroyed any enemy units this turn, pick a friendly non-unique Nighthaunt hero that has been destroyed. And bring it back to life. Oh. Oh. So if this thing kills something, you can resurrect a non-unique hero, just straight up. And there's no like limit, once per game, once per anything. I mean, the limit is his attacks suck. Like, that's the limit. The limit is he doesn't do a lot of damage. But he has a million crit auto wounds. Weird, kind of weird. Yeah, he does get the battle trait. Keep in mind the War Machine charge bonus is the best one. It's +1 rend, if I recall correctly. The special Nighthaunt charge bonus for War Machines is +1 rend, I think. So these should read, depending, rend 1, rend 1, rend 3. Okay. Yeah, you can bring back Guardian of Souls, and then Guardian of Souls can bring back other guys. Bring back gaming. Problem is, most Nighthaunt heroes are unique. That is true. Second best, fights last is probably the best.
Twitch Prime.
I suppose it depends. Do you get them on the opponent turn? If you do, then I agree. Jacoby thinks it's a big prime. Big scrolls. This guy doesn't immediately jump out the page as, like, incredible. He seems like he's trying to do something interesting. I just don't know if it's gonna work out. Like, he's trying to do something goofy. And it may or may not work out. Which I think is the best black coach we've seen so far. That sentence. Yeah, a little techie, a little risky, a little weird. Can teleport whenever you want. Depends on how many, like, non-unique heroes you're playing. It's only your charge phase, okay. You think current coach is better? Countercharge fight last would be miserable. Well, yeah. Anyway, as with all Nighthaunt, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know if it's good. Doing some weird stuff. Rotigus, the boy, the big boy. Wizard 2, Ward 5 up. My man is a demon. The Rain Man. 22 4 up 6. The Gnarl Rod. 5 attacks, 3s and 2s, 1 3. 2 attacks, 3s and 2s, 1 1. 2 2. Bunch of Nurglings with auto wound. 22 HPs. Rotigus got them 22s. Deluge of Nurgle. The Flush. 8 to cast. That. Oh, okay. Hey, he's got +1 to cast, so it's essentially a 7 to cast. Pick each diseased enemy unit on the battlefield. Oh. And each friendly Magakin of Nurgle unit in combat with any diseased enemy units. Then make a casting roll. D3 for each target on a 2-up. Inflict mortals, and also heal your friends. Okay, Deluge kind of nice with it. Complete global saturation. That's cool. Now, this is a kind of a win more spell, right? If you're losing and your disease isn't working and they're healing it and you just don't have it on a lot of stuff, it doesn't do anything. But if you're spreading your disease like a good boy, this man's dumping on him. Once per turn, army any charge phase. Mountain of loathsome flesh. With this unit charged, 3 up, pick an enemy unit within 1. Roll a number of dice equal to the number of models in the target unit. 5 up, immortal damage. Okay. Horde Breaker, impact hit. Yeah, simply spread the disease then. The loathsome dung eater. And then Bringer of Plenty. +1 casting rolls. So the main Great Unclean one is like more durable than this guy in a way. He's cool. I like his spell. simply spread your diseases, right? And keep in mind, as a gigantic centerpiece guy, he's probably chilling on -1 to be wounded. Because that's your unlimited spell, I think. Your unlimited spell's -1 to be wounded, and he's a double caster at +1, so you can probably get that off. Rotigus looking cool. He sort of flails around in combat, but that's not the point. He's capable of hitting people. I mean, he fights better than a Thunder Tusk, right? So, you gotta take what you can get. He's cool. Venari Starshard Ballistae. 5 health, 5 up save. Oof, 6. Starshard Bolts. Still super long range. 3 attacks, 2s and 3s, 1d3. Crit 2 hits, anti-monster rend. Scryhawks. For the rest of the turn, add 6 to the range characteristic of its bolts, while it is wholly within 12 of Venari Aura Lens Sentinel. The shooters. 30-inch bolts next to the shooters. Once per battle, your shooting phase. If all of this unit's shooting attacks this turn target the same enemy unit, subtract 1 from hit rolls for the target's attacks for the rest of the turn. This is like your... This is the thing they seem to be putting on a lot of war machines. Crit 2 hits, anti-monster rend. 30-inch range-ish if they're next to sentinels. Okay. We'll see how close it is to costing the same amount as an extra 10 sentinels or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Blinding bolts is kind of a nice debuff to put on something, but you only get 3 tries at it. Never mind, you just have to target. You don't have to hit. You don't have to hit. You just target. Never mind, it's good. I target that unit and miss all of them. Who cares? -1. Get them. Alright, I like it. I don't know if you'll be able to fit it in whatever battalion or something, but it sounds good to me. 3 attacks, D3 damage, could be big sad. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever taking this thing for the damage. I'm taking it for blinding bolts. I'm taking it for blinding bolts and like, maybe you get lucky, you know, one of those kind of things. So if it's pretty cheap. Dawn Riders. 3 health, 3 up save, 14. The Fast Horseman. 2 attacks, 3s and 4s, 1/1, crit mortal, and damage on the charge. These guys are crit mortal damage too. Very small number of attacks. And the Stallion's dashing hooves. Who wrote this? Some orange name, probably. Deathly Furrows. If this unit charged, pick an enemy infantry. Roll a die for each model, 3 up. Oh, a 3 up Horde Breaker against infantry. I wasn't prepared for Venari Dawn Riders to be good. Damn, if you want to fuck infantry up, 3 up Horde Breaker is a good way to do it. You don't have the most attacks per model or anything, but you do some shit when you charge. Oh wait, this unit, not that unit. This unit, not that. Yeah, horse derogatory, never mind. I was thinking the infantry target, but it's... You roll 5 dice, so you do 2 mortal damage. Never mind, they suck. They don't suck. They're just like, alright. They're very fast. They're very fast and they have a million special rules, but not a lot of attacks. You'll do like 3 mortal damage on the charge. That's ogre numbers. I can't say that's bad without saying ogres are bad, right? Yeah, they started out anti-infantry and they remain so. And they look so dashing, don't they? I think they're good. Crazy the Scared. Oh yeah. I wondered how this guy would look. 20 health, 3 up, 12 move. Blazing Tempest. 12-inch range, 1 attack. It'll miss. This looks good, but with 1 attack. Probably miss. D3 plus 3 is big damn, though. Big. Annihilating Jowls. 4 attacks, 3s and 2s to 4 anti-infantry plus 1 rend. Drake Lord's Talon. 6, 3s and 2s to 2. Give this guy an all-out attack, and we're chilling on 2s all the way across. 10 attacks. The Fires of Retribution. Well, this unit has 5 to 9 damage points. Add 1 to the attack characteristic of its melee weapons. He gets mad. Well, this unit has 10 or more damage points, and add 2. And it's both melee weapons. All attacks. Jaws and Talons. Oh, he gets mad. Oh, he is pissed. Yeah, I'm bracketed re. Ancient Master of War. -1 attacks characteristic of melee weapons that target him. It's big. He does not degrade, he ingrades. Once per turn, army, any combat phase. Calamitous Tail Sweep. Roll a die for each model in the target unit, 5 up. Okay, Hordebreaker, Tail. Giga. This guy's fun. I like him. I like him better than the Wizard. Finally, a fight monster. Yeah, it's not attacks that target him, it's just if you're in combat. So he can roll up and potentially if someone wants to fight something else, they still get the, minus. It's kind of nice. I like this guy. There's no way he's going to be costed in such a way so that he's like... I don't see this guy being competitive at all. But he looks fun. You do need some fun units, I guess. He looks fun. The game is still for Timmies, after all. Stormdrake Guard. Okay, dragons. 12 flying for Dagrons. 3 up save, 9 health. Draconic Flame Stream. 4 attacks, 2s and 3s, 2-1. Shoot in Combat Companion. Drake Rider Lance. They either get Lances or Warblades. Lances are charge 1 and infantry 1. And then the Warblade just double up. This is like kind of similar, right? Drake Rider's Lance is only a little better on the charge than double the attacks. But it is. Imagine if he's like 300 points. Then Frostlord on Stonehorn should be 230 or something instead of 360. But then again, I guess they're pointing things for what their army rules are as well, right? I take the Lance, because I think you're just going to get the charge on stuff. But that's how I like to play. Draconic Onslaught. Once per turn army, any combat. If this unit charged, roll a die, 3 up. The unit can move 2d6 and pass through combat ranges. Then pick an enemy unit. Okay, it's got, yeah. Draconic Onslaught is essentially overwhelming charge, except it works on a 3 up. Sure. That's good. Coherency 2, that's good. Double power through. Extremist Chamber. Each time you make an unmodified save roll of 6, you kick back a mortal. Okay. That's what Extremist Chamber does. Nice. This isn't going to come up a lot. You do have a lot of wounds, though. Cool. I like dragons. Yeah, they're cool. They're probably going to be pretty expensive because all these abilities are good. How is a Dragon Rider's Lance only 2 damage? Homogenization. Yeah, its units of 3, so it would be 18. 18 wounds on a 3-up is kind of big. Isn't it a unit of 2? I thought it was 3. I guess we could check. It's units of 2? Okay. Oh, then it is not. Then it is 18. They're too big to be in 3s. And if you build one as the hero, you can take one as the single. Okay. Anyway, I think they're cool. They're huge Mournfang, right? They're just big flying Mournfang. Everything is seen through the lens of BCR. 2-inch coherency is huge. It means you can trap units, maybe. A Keepa. A KOS. 16 health, 4-up save. 12. 5-up ward. Double wizard. So 16 4-up, 5-up. They're trying to make the greater demons look impressive, which I appreciate. Elegant Great Blade. 6 attacks, 2s and 3s, 2/2. Claws 2, 3, 3, 2, 4. So small number of attacks, but just good stats all throughout. Kind of big. -1 from hit rolls for combat attacks that target this unit. That's very durable. 16 health, 4-up save, -1 to get hit, and a 5-up ward. These chicks are hard to hit. Seeper of Key Crits. Yeah. Pick friendly He Knights of Slaanesh demon unit that started the battle with 3 or more models and has been destroyed. On a 4-up, bring it back. Halve unit. Yeah, the free ones seem to be 4-up. The ones you have to spend stuff seem to be guaranteed. And so this is a free one, so it's a 4-up. Dark Temptation. Once per turn army. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit to be the target. Add 1 hit rolls for the target's attacks for the rest of the turn. Add 1 to save rolls for the target for the rest. If the target is damaged, heal it. So you're buffing them, but add 1 to damage of this Elegant Great Blade. Okay. So you're like, you get +1 to hit enemy, but my Elegant Great Blade is damage 3, and then I kill you, right? Because 6 attacks, 2s and 3s, Ren 2, damage 3 is that's a swinger. More temptation. Yeah, I guess it seems more and more the case that if you don't like giving your opponent benefits, then you're playing an army that GW doesn't want you to play or something like that. At least you get to make the choice instead of the opponent. And also, if you're fighting a full health unit, you just heal them, right? So like, the declare is pick an enemy unit in combat. So I pick that full health unit. And the effect is, if the target is damaged, it's not, so nothing happens. Because that's an effect. That's not like a requirement. That's just a thing that either happens or doesn't. Or am I reading too much into this? It seems like they want it to work so that you can't pick this one unless it's damaged. Right? It doesn't say pick one that's possible, right? It just says pick one. I don't know. It seems like the intent is pretty clear, but you could weasel your way out of it for a little while. Anyway, regardless, you're probably picking +1 to hit, and then just killing the guy. And then Cacophonic Choir costs 6. Or cast on 6. Pick up to 3 visible enemy units within 6. Roll a die for each target. If the roll exceeds the target's control characteristic, D3. Oh, cool. Control characteristic 1. Up to 3 visible enemy units within 6. If the roll exceeds the target's control characteristic, inflict D3. That's a lot of hoops to jump through, but I guess it could be a bunch of 3 D3s to 3 guys. Alright. The way you read the ability is that you can only pick the heal option if the target is already damaged. Yeah. I think that's what they intend. Or, I think that's what they intend, Mike Scarborough. But I'm thinking of, pick one of the following effects. Alright, I picked this one. If the target's damaged, heal it. It's not damaged, so I won't heal it. Because it's just straight up an effect you're choosing, right? If it said pick one of the following effects, for which it's possible or something, I don't know. I think that's what they mean, is what I'm saying. They probably don't mean for you to heal something that's at full life, but... Vulcan Flame Seeker. Oh, they spent some time painting these. 6 up ward, 5 up save, 4-inch move, 2 health. The Flame Seekers. There are 9 of them. One of them is a Kindle Droth and must replace its weapons with an Ember Teeth. The champion is a Vulcan Rune Pater and cannot replace. Okay. Can I say I don't like that? I don't like that. I think the champion should be able to use the cool weapon. Because there's probably... I bet there's 10 million unit champions in the world right now that are modeled to have the special weapon. Because that's how the rule was for the past 8 years. And it's kind of dumb that now everybody has to change that or just ignore what their guy looks like. Anyway. And I don't think it would be too big a deal. Let the champion have the cool thing. Vulcan weapon is 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1/1. Anti-monster +1 rend. And Ember Teeth. Crit Mortal Companion. Oh, Crit Mortal, okay. You don't think you can do it if the unit is healthy? I bet that's what they intend. I bet that's their intent. Don't put it that way. Droth Master. Pick an enemy monster in combat with this unit. On a roll a die on a 3-up, subtract D3 from the damage characteristic of its companion melee weapons for the rest of the turn. Ooh, okay. That hurts. That hurts a monster. Is this thing like a warband that's not going to be around forever, or is this a legitimate unit? These Flame Seekers. Is this some kind of temporary warband, so I should be basically ignoring it because it has a limited shelf life? Which is how I treat all of them. It's a brand new Warcry warband. Okay, so you can play it for a while, but it will be retired, like all of it. It's not Underworld, it's Warcry. Okay. They look cool. I like the look. Do this. Have these guys. They've kept all the non-Slaves to Darkness Warcry bands. Okay. Did BOC have one? Never mind. Too soon. Yeah, these are great looking Fire Slayers. The more clothes you put on Fire Slayers, the better you look. Little by little, we're walking towards the answer with Fire Slayers. Anyway, how do I feel about them? I guess there's like almost 10 guys, and they got a bunch of 30 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1-1, some anti-monster abilities that aren't nothing. Goodwill Seekers. If they look like this, you would consider the army. I can't wait until they do. This is kind of a reason why I really hope the Chorf rumor is wrong. Because you have a dwarf army that desperately needs you to just admit defeat and give them a cool theme instead. And if they came out with really cool looking Chaos Dwarves, it'd be just another, like, piss in the face of Fire Slayers players. Like, Jesus, you know? They're right there. You could just take everything a Chaos Dwarf is, right? Like, all the aesthetic and the cool and industry and metallurgy, right? And doom trains with guns. Just give that to... And clothes, like having clothes, just give that to Fire Slayers. You know? They need it. Or the Dispossessed in Cities of Sigmar. It'd be such a... It'd kind of be a bullshit if they came out with really cool looking Chorfs and then Dispossessed and Fire Slayers players are like, are we chopped liver over here? What the fuck? Anyway. Getting off my soapbox. And pointy hats? Yeah, well, okay, it's not all good, right? That's definitely stupid. But... And so is how they look. But they wouldn't look like that, I don't think. Auric Hearthguard. 6-up save. What are you doing? I guess you got a 6-up ward, though. 2 health, 6-up save, 4-inch move. The Man Pike. 12-inch range, 2 attacks, 4s and 3s, 1d3 shooting combat. This is like... This is kind of like a big weapon for ranged. 4 dwarf armies seems excessive. It does, yeah. You got one dwarf army with really cool lore and like some cool guys, but you really have to fix that theme. And then you have the Forgotten Dispossessed that are waiting for their human upgrade. And then you have KO that have this whole Steamboy thing. Chill on the dwarf armies. Fix the ones you have. But 4 elf armies is fine? Absolutely not. But we're stuck with them already. And so, don't make the same mistake twice. They'll fix that by removing COS dwarves. That would be sad. Because the melting pot is a cool idea. I would love to see it in the rules for once. Note 3.5 armies. Yeah. Anyway, Magma Pikes. These things kind of fuck. Their hits and wounds are, I suppose, wobbly and a little short range, but D3 damage and Rend 1. 2 attacks a model. I think they're a unit of 5. Molten Rock Bolts. Do these still slow monsters? Each time a shooting attack made by this unit scores a Kriat. -1 target's move until the start of your next turn. Cannot reduce the target's unmodified move characteristic below half. Ooh, works on anything, not just monsters. Four dwarf armies is too much? Yes. We are about to get another elf army. I hope not. It's not hard for me to say, yeah, I hope not. We got plenty of elves. Chill on elves, chill on dwarves. In fact, make one of the dwarf armies a lot cooler. By adding in new stuff to it or whatever. Yeah, this is kind of cool. It doesn't just work on monsters anymore. You like to see it. I think these guys are good, maybe. They have no save, but I guess they have a ward. I like them. I like Auric Hearthguard. They were like 110 points back in 3rd. That would be cheap for D3 damage weapons. It would be cheap for D3 damage shooting especially, because most shooting got a lot worse now. Yeah, they did forget to give the COS hammers the entire Warscroll. which is sort of embarrassing for them. Slow and paper thin, though. True. Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury. We saw this already. No, we didn't see this. We saw we saw Insensate Rage. We didn't see Unfettered Fury. Lead Belchers wish they could be a Magma Pike. Yeah. Lead Belchers trash. So, Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury, 12-inch flyer with a 5-up ward, big dog. Big dog. 16 health, 4-up save. Lash of Corn, 8-inch range, 4 attacks, 3 and 3 is 1d3, shoot in combat. Hey, speaking of, this guy's 2 Auric Hearthguard. Let's go. Shorter range, though. 6 attacks, 3s and 2s, 2, 4, anti-monster, rend 1. He doesn't do a lot, but what he does hurts. Axe goes down to 4 when he's half dead. Beckon the Hunt. Your charge phase. Pick a friendly, non-unique Blade of Corn demon to be the target. For the rest of the turn, add 1 to the number of dice rolled when making charge rolls to a max of 3. And you can target yourself. Hey, alright. This is good. Target yourself. Target another Bloodthirster if you feel like it. Like, this guy's not unique, right? It doesn't say a different, it just says friendly. That's you. Ensnaring Lash. Once per turn army, any combat phase. Pick an enemy monster. No, stop, my monsters. The target is in combat with this unit when the target is picked to use fight. It must pick this unit to be the target of the pile-in move. Oh. -1 from hit and wound rolls. Huge debuff. Damn, this guy full, like, rear naked chokes monsters. You must fight me, and you suck. He actually has taunt. This guy's sick. He has an artifact to disable wards on heroes too. Also, can I just say, I just noticed this. Did anybody... I'm looking at chat right now and I'll call people out. Kuhal. I think that's the only one so far. Kuhal is a noticer. Okay. What's the range on this ability? Right here. The 3d6 charge thing. Just pick one, bro. Just pick it. Doesn't even need line of sight. 46 inches over that one, that guy. It's free real estate. This guy just keeps getting better and better. You know what? I like this guy. Like, walk down the lines of the tables to your buddy's table. That one, right there. He's friendly, don't worry about it. That's sick. I bet they just forgot to add the range to it. But that's cool. Wrath of Corn, Bloodthirster. Yeah, they're all their wheels are the same. They got 5-up wards, 4-up saves, 16 health. These guys are sweet. I like in this edition, they've made a concerted effort to make all the greater demons feel cool. Which is important to me. Hellfire Breath. 2d6 attacks, 2s and 3s, 1/1, shoot in combat. Mighty Axe of Corn and Blood Flail. 6 attacks, 3s and 2s, 2/4, anti-hero rend. This was anti-monster rend. This is anti-hero rend. Once per turn army, any combat phase, Commander of Tyrants. Pick up to 3 other visible friendly. Okay, this one, visible. The other, don't even need to see him. Also no range. I mean, I guess the range is visible, but... Friendly non-unique Bloodthirster units to be the targets. Add 1 attacks characteristic of each target's melee weapons for the rest of the turn. They only ever have 1 melee weapon. But if it's up to 3 of them, that's kind of cool. And their weapons are always good. You are... Okay, so they want you to do a little Council of Blood cool thing. Cool guy thing. Sure. Just like the old days. Vengeance of Khorne once per turn army, any combat phase. Pick an enemy hero in combat with this unit to be the target. 8 dice, 4 mortals. Sure. Blast the hero. Alright, Bloodthirsters are cool. Still hung up on the idea of a friendly Blade of Khorne anything. Well, it does have to be a demon. It can't be unique, and it has to be a demon. But just pick one, bro, anywhere. You don't even have to see it. Blind Rage. Did you go over Nurgle yet? We saw Rotigus. And he's kind of nice. His Great Rain spell. It's a little bit of a win more spell. It won't do anything if you haven't spread much disease. But if you spread a lot of disease, it's table-wide, D3 mortals to everything, and all of your guys in combat heal. It's kind of a big deal. He's also huge. He's kind of cool. Orgoth's Daemon Spew. 3 up 14. Oh, big, kinda. And he has a 5 up ward. 8-inch move, Slow Boy. Whippermaw's Grasping Tongue. 7-inch range, 133 OD6. Okay. Weird. The Rotaxes. 7 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1-2. Whippermaw's Claws and Maws. Whippermaw's Claws and Maws. You kill 'em, we grill 'em. 5 attacks, 4s and 2s, 2-3. Big weapon. Big weapon. Companion, but big weapon. 1 per army, any combat phase. Well, it would be any once per turn army, because this guy's a unique named, but alright. Roll die, 3 up, add 1 of the wound rolls for combat attacks made by friendly Megakin Nurgle units that target that enemy unit. Nice. That's synergy. Good word. Yep. I'll take it. Hey, that's a buff. Acid Diker. Each time you make an unmodified save roll of 6, inflict the mortal... Okay, kick back mortals. I don't know what this guy costs, but I like him. He's got an inside-out wound roll buff. Rampage. For your men. When you attack him, he punishes you for it. He's quite durable. And his attacks are, hey, alright. Like, pretty alright. The Claws and Maws particularly. And a lot of Rod Axes. Yeah, this Orgoth's Daemon Spew looks kind of good. Formerly Chuck's, yeah. The Hammers. Can these get the design space of Chorfs? You just, under Chaos, just cross Chaos out and write Order and keep everything else. Can we put resources to that? No champion, no musician, despite this being one. 3 up save, they're big. 2 attacks, 4s and 3s, 1-2. While any friendly Sigmar, Dordan, infantry heroes are wholly within this unit's combat range, both this unit and those get ward 5. Okay, actually kind of big. 5 up ward for your Rune Priest and this guy. 3 up, 5 up, only 1 health. I don't know who's trying to play dwarves. The poor souls. No command model is weird. Yeah. So is no musician. And then they show a guy blowing a horn. The order ability related to dwarves already gives a 5-up ward too.
Why are we still here?
Okay. Forever a chorf hater. I don't hate chorfs. I hate exactly 50% of chorf enjoyers from 4chan who have soured me on the faction because they think it's funny that they do slavery and look like anti-Jewish propaganda posters from the 1940s. Doom trains are cool, and their aesthetic, besides the stupid hats, like their technology, the idea of it is cool. All their models are really bad, though. And you got quite a few dwarf factions in the game already that are, like, drowning. And so it'd be weird to fly past them, you know, and just do something new. But those are basically my full thoughts on it. Obviously, they wouldn't make them look like that. You know, if they remade them, so I don't have to worry about them looking like halfway between Rasputin and a Yuden poster. But I still think it's kind of a kick in the teeth to the current dwarf stuff that's been waiting for refreshes forever. All because, like, yeah, it came out in Total War, and so now all the people that play the game want it. I just either put it in Old World or make Fyreslayers cool, or make Dispossessed cool. If the Chorf thing turns out to be true, fine. I'm sure they'll look really cool. It's just like the Dwarf Enjoyers are really annoying. Anyway, Revenant Seekers. 12-inch flying, 5 health, 4 save. Sika Sickle. 3, 3, and 4, 1, 1, crit mortal. 3, 4, and 3, 1, 1, charge plus 1 dam, companion. 6 attacks a model isn't bad. 2 damage on half of them, crit mortal on the other half of them. Fire trains will be included in the combined Fyreslayers and KO army book. That's kind of what I'm saying. It could go in either of those, you know. Dispossessed are going to the old world. Yeah, they could. I just think you want to keep the melting pot in cities, so it's like it's a cool addition to cities, I think. Unless it's just cities are just going to be the human faction moving forward in the long term, in which case, okay, fair enough, right? Coherency range of 2, which is strong. Thrumming with life. Heal 3 end of every turn. That's good. They have 5 health. Unit of 3. Harvester of the Lementiri. Each time a friendly unit wholly within 12 of any friendly Revenant Seeker units uses the rally, you make 9 rally rolls instead of 6. Neat. And that's any friendly unit wholly within 12 of these guys, including themselves, I suppose. Dispossessed can go repossess their place in the old world. So you're not entirely wrong. You're mostly right. But if that's the case, then Chorfs belong in old world too, I think. They're in the Total War video game. And, you know, the people who like the video game like old world, I think. But maybe not. The model's not the idea. Callis and Toll. Who's this? Callis and... Who? Is this from Necromunda? 5 health, 4 up save, 5-inch move, 2 control. They got flintlock pistols. 3-3-3-1-1. Anti-wizard shoot in combat. Azurite blades. 4-3-4-1-2. Anti-wizzy. Okay, double anti-wizzy. The right tools for the job. Double the damage characteristic units, weapons for attack target wizards, priests, and manifestations. They still have that? Are these the Van Densts? That's what daddy-daughter Van Densts used to do, right? The Van Dentists. The Van Helsings. I like it when stuff says double damage. That's fun, right? Dwarfs are chaos. They wouldn't be in COS. Yeah, but you just change chaos. It's a minor part of their... You know, if you're doing a let's do a whiteboard of all the little art snippets and just what this faction could be, much like you started with Tomb Kings and ended up with OBR. You're just shifting around whatever, you know. You can drop chaos super easy from dwarves. They're called chaos dwarves, but yeah, you know. You can slot them in wherever. The cool part is their industry, their train, car, artillery stuff. You know, you can do whatever. But anyway, I keep getting baited into talking about dwarfs, and so people think I care more than I do. Wily to the last. If this unit has 2 models and would be automatically destroyed, is not automatically destroyed. Oh, word. Okay. Instead, one is slain. Oh, they dive in front of... Okay, they did the Persona 4 quest, right? Chorf fans are relentless. That's why it's annoying. Yes. I would like to be neutral, but Chorf fans are so annoying. No offense. Even though it's impossible not to take offense at something offensive like that. Anyway, you declared a fight ability for this unit. Get it done. Pick a friendly Toll's Companions unit that has not used a fight ability and is within this unit's combat range to be the target. The target can be picked to use fight immediately. Okay. This is some kind of warband. So, alright. Double damage characteristic. Flintlock pistols and stuff. Oh, a Basilidon. Hey, they kept a 2-up save. Ish. Okay, they don't have a 1-up save like that goofy-ass rule used to be, but they're big save. 12 health, 5 move, very slow. Handler's Meteoric Javelins. This is the Arc of Soak Tech one. Which is not the beam, right? This is the snakes. Or maybe it's just both. Maybe it is the beam. 6 attacks, 4s and 4s on 1. Arc of Sotek. 20 attacks. 4s and 5s. No rend 1. Crit mortal. Okay. So, like, you roll a shitload of attacks and you do, like, 4 or 5 mortal wounds. It's the snakes. 4s and 5s? Well, the thing is, you're fishing for mortal wounds. So you're doing like 5 mortal wounds or whatever. 4 mortal wounds. And then like 2 extra damage. It's the snake gun. Once per turn army, any combat phase, pick up to 3 friendly, different enemy units. Within 9. D3 for each, 2 up, mortal damage. Okay. Within 9. So you just like drive this thing up, double park across 2 handicapped spaces, throw 20 snakes at somebody in melee, and then everybody else within 9, you throw even more snakes at them. It's just a snake pinata. This shit's funny. I wonder what it costs. And then we get the solar engine, the the singular dinosaur with laser, which is an 18-inch range now, down from like 1,000,000. 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, 2/3, crit 2 hits. Damn, it's rare to find a ranged weapon with rend 2, damage 3. It looks like a Iron Gut melee profile. And then handlers, javelins, and then bludgeoning tail. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this to be the target. Roll a die for each model in the target unit, up to a max of 8 for each 5-up immortal. Okay. So you can like horde clear if you get tagged, I suppose. Look, I like dinosaurs with lasers. They're cool. Even if they're looking a little old. It's got a ray gun. These spoilers today make you want to play Seraphon, or try it at least. Yeah, the snake one is more fun. You are right. Because it's just snakes. And tail swipe is definitely worse than arc of snake tech, right? As to rolling 20 dice is silly for crit mortals. An 18-inch 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, 2/3 is crit 2 hits. I mean, yeah. Crit on 3 attacks, though, probably won't. No, it's funny. Bastildon's just a funny little guy. Just a funny little guy. In general, for Seraphon, you can usually trust Seraphon. Historically, they have underwhelming war scrolls and crazy overpowered army abilities, and like 1,000,000 of them, that make up for their lukewarm war scrolls and turn them into a real problem. So if you ever see Seraphon war scrolls that look good, be concerned. Hunters of Huan Chi. Hunters of Quan Chi? Mortal Kombat Annihilation? Jesus. Man's got a 5-up ward. This is some warband, right? Or is this the replacement for Chameleon Skinks? And so it's kind of like a warband, but actually it kind of replaces a unit, so it's going to stick around like Gorgers. They got bolas and javelins. One of them can get a hunter one. Do they ambush, or is it deep strike? It is deep strike. Pick an enemy unit that was targeted by the Zenith Star Stone Bolus. This turn to be the target. Roll a die on a 3-up until it's 30. And subtract 1 from the number of dice roll when making charge rolls. Really good. Pick an enemy unit that has been targeted by it. Okay. Yeah, reduce charge dice by 1 is a really good ability. I actually like these guys. They're kind of like... I kind of like these guys. 6-up save, but a 5-up ward. Decent movement. Some random attacks. Good. Really strong debuff, maybe. They can ambush. I kind of like these guys. We back. Next. Oh, the big turtle. Hype. Turtle hype. 5-up ward detected. It's good. The whole Warscroll is good. You don't need to read anything else. It's good. They gave it a 5-up ward. That means it's good. 16 health. 3-up, 5-up. The Achelian Leviathan has replaced the Frostlord on Stonehorn. The turtle is as durable. 10-inch move, fly. Razor Shell Harpoon launches. 18, 4, 3s and 2s, 1, 3. Anti-monster. Dude, that's good. Yo, Razor Shell Harpoon launchers are good? This shit's good. 7 attacks, 4s and 2s, 2, 3. Crit Mortal Companion. 4 3s and 4s, 1, 1. Yo, this attack profile. 7 attacks, 4s and 2s, 2/3 crit mortal. We're playing Oops All Turtles. I'm in. Void Drum friendly IDK units have 5 up ward while they're wholly within 6 of this unit. Why not a terrain feature? No, I'm kidding. Once per turn, army any charge phase. Crushing Charge. Pick an infantry. On a 1, add 1 to the roll if the target unit is 10 or more. On a 3 up, inflict the more mortal damage equal to the roll. That's a d6. There's a new Stonehorn in town. And this one's vultures are a lot better. Dude, this shit's sick. 5 up ward? This thing is going to have to cost a lot not to be an auto-include. Says the Monster Mash army guy. But, dude, this thing is hype. Absolutely, hype level is very high. Let's go. I was becoming a little, like, bored reading through all the Warcry stuff, and now this thing is exciting. Let's go. This thing is going to be... It's going to cost, like, 440 points or something. I don't know. It's going to be a lot, I bet. Because everything is good. Alright, Achillean Leviathan is sick. We've seen the Orc Rune Father on Magmadroth, and he was looking pretty cool, actually. Rune Smiter's a priest with a 6-up ward. Got the Roaring Fire Stream. I would think maybe in combat, but I guess not. It's anti-infantry instead. Latch Axe. Rune Smiter can get a Latch Axe? Okay. Bunch of attacks. Blazing Maw. Yeah, it's not a Latchkey Grand Axe. It's a Latch Axe, which is not quite as impressive. It's not 12 feet long either. Runic Empowerment. Pick friendly Fire Slayer's unit wholly within 12. Roll die on a 3-up, add 1 to wound rolls for target attacks for the rest of the turn. Good. Just good. Not great to target yourself with, but somebody else, sure. Lashing Tail, pick an enemy unit in combat with it. 2d6 if the roll is equal to or less than the number of models. D3 plus 3 mortal damage. Okay. That's a lot. And then if you make an unmodified save roll of 1 for a combat attack, you kick back a mortal. Cool. Fireslayer is kind of feasting. This shit's cool. And Priest 1, you love to see it. Good. Oh, and now we get the Rune Sun, sure. Ancestor Weapons. Anti-Monster Rend. Each time this unit destroys a monster, add 1 to attack's characteristic of his ancestral weapons for the rest of the battle. I don't know how many times that's going to exactly happen, and it's a very tiny bonus, but it's cool, I guess. Dominating Roar. Once per turn army, end of any turn. Pick an enemy monster. If the unit has fewer damage points than the target, subtract 10 from control score. Okay, so this is anti-monster, anti-infantry, and then the Rune Father is anti-both. Neat. Are we trying to go monster hunting with a 10-inch move thing that doesn't fly? Probably not. I kind of like the Priest one, and I kind of like the Rune Father one, and the Rune Sun seems to be kind of drowning in the middle. But I don't play this army, so maybe I'm wrong. Grey Seer on Screaming Bell, 5-up ward, Wizard 2, double Wizard. 15 health, 4-up save. Has some attacks. Actually, quite a lot of attacks. They're all multi-damage at least. Friendly Skaven infantry have 6-up ward while they're wholly within 6. Wholly within 6 is pretty close. Peel of Doom. Roll a die and apply the corresponding effect. Inflict D3 mortal damage on the unit. This unit, okay. Wall of Unholy Sound. Until the start of your next turn, -1 from hit rolls for combat attacks made by enemy units while they're within 13. Big aura. Big -1 to hit aura. Or Apocalyptic Doom. Roll a D3 for each enemy unit within 13. 2 up, mortal. Okay, nice. Peel of Doom, good. Double Wizard, good. 5 up ward, good. A bunch of health and a 4 up save. Some like a ton of damage to attacks as well. 6 up ward for infantry, I suppose, but pretty close. And then Prank Call. Cast on a 6. Pick a visible enemy unit that does not have fly and is within 13. The casting roll exceeds the target's move. Inflict an amount of mortal damage equal to the difference. Dude, dwarves BTFO, what are you doing to these poor guys? Why is fly immune? Sound waves travel through the air. Why is fly immune? Fly is already great. How come your enemy is rewarded for being better? I don't like it. I know it's gaping chasms, but they could have written anything. I don't like it. It should target fly, and it should peel through the air. Flyers get enough benefit as it is. They're overpowered. I don't like it. Then again, almost anything that flies is impossible to roll over their move characteristic anyway with 2d6, so it really doesn't matter. Like, the slowest flying unit almost ever is like 10, right? So, besides certain Nighthaunt, I guess. Oh hey, Archeon. I remember this guy, and we talked about him first. I guess he was in this thing. We already talked about you. Oh, zombies. This is actually big. 6 up ward. Infantry. 1 health, 6 up save, 1 control. Technically have attacks, although you might as well skip them. Mindless Ferocity. Each time a model in this unit is slain by a combat attack and that model was in combat with the attacking unit. Roll die 6 up immortal. Okay. It's only the ones that are in combat, so you can't pull from the blob over here. You have to pull from the ones in the 3-inch circle. And it's on a 6 now. It used to be better than that. It's still chaff that potentially mortal damages your opponent for killing it. Four inches. I don't know. Are these good? Soulblind players, is this good? Or is this so nerfed that it's finally pulled down to earth and it's just good for, like, being generic chaff and not having your opponent crash against the waves and die? Points depending, they are chaff now, yeah. I mean, they were chaff before, they just rewarded you for killing them. You wouldn't run them if they did mortals on a 2-up? Look, I don't like the models either, but a lot of Soulblight players do. Yeah, you still need to do 40 damage to them or more. And you're going to take several mortal wounds. Well, you're going to take a few mortal wounds, maybe. The reason they're good is because they cover a large surface area, and you can't physically move where you want to move. You just have to, like, participate in combat to get through them. And it's the Soulblight player's job to make sure that you never can. Because you keep regenerating them and bringing them back to life, and you finally kill 40 of them, you can bring 20 back. Potentially 40 back if you're playing Nagash, which you're probably not. You just put it somewhere. Just put it somewhere. these guys still do exactly what you want them to. Yeah, they're gonna do like 1 or 2 mortal wounds. If it's against a big enemy unit, they're gonna do maybe 3 or 4. And then they'll just die. But they're wasting your opponent's time. The longer they're fighting this stupid crap, the less time they're fighting anything else or going anywhere else. That's their job, and they're good at it, and chaff is good. If you didn't have 90 skeletons, you'd probably run a block of 40 of these. Probably choose one or the other, right? What did the skeletons get? They get rend. Deadwalker zombies are meant to purely just die, but they'll do a mortal damage or 2. And then skeletons are meant to purely die also, but sometimes they get rend. So some of their attacks might land. Okay. Yep, it's great. It's the central part of your army that you build everything else around. Or you just play a bunch of Velocitas and go really, really elite and issue kind of what you're supposed to be doing. Alright, I think that's all the pictures. That's all the pictures of Warscrolls. Depending on the points, you're running either 120 or 160 still. I would probably lose to that. I'm going to be honest with you. I would probably just lose to that. I don't think I can do that much damage. I don't think I can physically move through it, given an entire game. That's the point. That's why it's good. Skeletons can still come back too. Did they remove the recursion from skeletons? I don't know if it's on the Skeleton's Warscroll, but almost every ability in Soulblight's like battle traits talks about bringing stuff back to life in several different ways. There's a lot of recursion still. A lot. I don't think you'll be without. We have the following documents on Discord Giga News and Leaks. Okay. We'll continue to probably collect these here and there, but mostly just for people to read it if they would like to. At the very next week, we're getting all the indexes and stuff. The things that we have right now, last time I checked, are Fire Slayers, Gits, Iron Jaws, Khorne, Cruel Boys, Nighthaunt, Nurgle, OBR, Ogre Maw Tribes, Seraphon, and most of Sylvaneth. That is to say, if you're interested in those armies, go ahead and get in the Discord, past the simple puzzle that requires reading, and check them out on your own time. Now that we've gone through all these, any Dark Elf scrolls? Not that I've seen so far. I haven't seen them. They might be out there. You took Rocket Tyrant out one more time over the weekend. 10th GT with the list. Came within a 5-up redeploy in round 5, turn 4. Taking down the whole thing. 10 GTs with the Rocket Tyrant in 3rd edition. 9 4-1s. The list just couldn't get the final. Couldn't take that last step. But also always did great. Yeah, Rocket Tyrant is hilarious. I love it. I love Rocket Tyrant. I don't like Kragnos because I'm a known Centaur disliker. And he's not even Ogre. But mechanically, the shit's hilarious. And so I like it because of that. And I'm glad we got a chance to do something fun. Every edition, Ogres get to do something fun that is taken away from them next edition. It's just the life. And so fine. They fought like warrior poets, but they could never seal the deal. Kragnos, thanks you for your support. I mean, I played with him too. I just used monster trucks instead of tyrants, even though that was actually, I actually think, worse. I think it was I think the tyrant list was better. But I'm all in on this truck business. Where are we finding this info? My Discord. Please enjoy. Where are we finding it for my Discord? Just all over the place. People's YouTube videos, translated Spanish YouTube videos, AOS Coach's Discord, Ask Me Anything, All over them. We're just like grabbing it. We're just grabbing it from wherever and posting it into Giga. We got the miners in the content engine, just looking for it. Yeah, remember the joke. In BCR, Kragnos is an aircraft carrier, but with Tyrants, he's a medium long-range missile. Or no, sorry, MLRS. I thought you were going to type that, so I said it. Anyway, chat, thanks for watching. Good 4 hours. We got another, like, 9 things to look at, but those are entire armies. Go ahead and look at it in the Discord if you want. I'm going to be doing the full everything when we have all the nice pictures to see, so SJ can chop it up nice next week with the indexes. I'll probably be streaming almost every day next week, I think. I think this is the plan. How do you guys feel about this plan? I guess just tell me in Discord if you, or in chat if you feel like it, but Monday is like points day, it seems, and some other stuff. And so that'll be like a normal stream. And then Tuesday, we just go over all the indexes that come out Tuesday. And then Wednesday, same thing. Thursday, same thing. So on and so forth, you know. I might have time to do that. The Thursday reveals might have to happen Friday instead. But anyway. Yeah, the flats yearn from the mine. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the subs and the bits. I appreciate it. TYVM 4th edition looking kind of good, man. I'll release a schedule later on so people know when's happening with what. But anyway, thanks for watching. And I might just raid somebody if I can find them in 1 minute.